and welcome to the 2020 GBR eSailing National Championship Final. My name's Susie Moore. I'm one of the Regional Development Officers for the RYA, and I'm joined here today by Stu Bithell, who's on the British sailing team. Stu, do you want to introduce yourself quickly and your role on that?
Yeah, thanks, Susie. I'm Stu Bithell. I'm currently campaigning in the 49er with Dylan Fletcher, and hoping to go and win a medal next year at Tokyo Olympics. And I've been asked to come and do some commentary today, so looking forward to that. And I've certainly come from a bit of experience with the eSailing because I spent most of my days in lockdown on there, so looking forward to it.
Fantastic. You've definitely got some knowledge that we'll be able to share with the audience here and commentate and comment on the racing that's happening today. So we had launched this event in March this year, the Dinghy Show, and ever since there's been sailors across the country battling it online to earn their place in this final. We had a total of 9,013 competitors, so it's been some really intense racing, and that's a massive increase from the 2019 event where we had just over 1,000 sailors. I think quite a lot of that is to do down with lockdown, like you mentioned, Stu, and it's just great that so many people are embracing this event and our partnership with Virtual Regatta. I'd also like to highlight our prize supplier today. It's the official clothing supplier for the British sailing team, and they're providing an LPX jacket for the winner. So we've got 16 sailors in the event today, and we've got some of the top ranked female and male e-sailors. So let's go and have a look at who we've got on the course today.
Let's take a look at some of the competitors for today's racing. First of all, Mike O'Donovan from Stokes Bay Sailing Club. Mike is currently ranked second in the country for eSailing, and quite rightly so. This year he won the eSail GP World Championships, the RYA Class Championships, and he came second in the RYA Club Championships. So keep an eye out on the front of the fleet for him sailing under the name Deja Vu. Next, let's take a look at Izzy Waha from Royal Southern Yacht Club. Izzy is the highest ranked female in the country on eSailing and has competed in numerous eSailing finals this year. These include the Youth Nationals, the RYA South Club Regional Finals, and the RYA eSailing Spring Class Championships, representing the SB20. To keep track of Izzy today, look out for her eSailing name, which is Izzy Wiz. Now let's take a look at Donnie Gills from Castle Semple Sailing Club up in Scotland. I said we had a lineup for you today. Donnie is ranked number 1 in the country currently, due to winning the British eSailing Championships in 2019, so he's the reigning national champion. Let's see if we can hold on to that title for a second year. Keep an eye on Donnie in the results. He is sailing under his full name, Johnny Gillies. We also have the second ranking female in the country on eSailing competing with us today, and that is Megan Pascoe from Frensham Pond Sailing Club. Megan is 2 times 2.4 metre world champion. So let's see if she can bring those real sailing world sailing skills onto the eSailing arena today. Another clear favourite for today is Alistair Island from the Royal Northern and Clyde Sailing Club. Alistair is ranked 4th in the country and beat Mike O'Donovan to win the RYA eSailing Club Championships this year. He has also this year won the eSailing Wilson Trophy, which is quite an achievement. He sails under the name Speedy_1, so I recommend keeping a watchful eye on him today. And the lineup doesn't end there. We really do have the eSailing cream of the crop competing here today. We've got 3rd ranked Paul McComey, who's sailing under the name Bellrock. We've got Douglas Newell, who is ranked 5th, sailing under the name TP52. Andrew Williams, sailing under Meza, who is ranked 6th in the country currently. We've got our very own Adam McGovern, who is ranked 7th, and sailing under the name Adam GP14. We've got Alistair Jenkin, who is 8th ranked, sailing under the name Gemcast. We've got Brian Davies under the name Skipperfire, who is ranked 9th in the country. We've got Kevin Friends, who is ranked 11th in the country, sailing under the name ACF. We've got Jonathan Fish, sailing under Fishface, who is ranked 12th in the country. We've got Toby Bloomfield, who is from Peyton Sailing Club. We've got Phil Manning, who is from Delft Sailing Club. And finally, we've got Hugh Brayshaw from Lyme Regis Sailing Club. I think we're going to have some really close racing today with some incredible e-sailors, and I just can't predict who's going to win.
So, quick roundup of the sailors there. Stu, what do you think? Who should we be looking out for?
Yeah, that's pretty incredible lineup. It was certainly stretched talent from the whole of the UK there. So really good to see that everyone's taking part across the country. But yeah, I actually think I remember racing Donny in lockdown under Maradoni, the name of Maradoni, and he was certainly a keen man to win that pin and really take the race on from the beginning. So he'll be one to watch. Again, Adam McGovern, I've raced him in these boats as well, and he knows every little trick of the trade. And, you know, don't be in front of him going downwind, I can tell you that, because he's going to jibe on you hard and make you feel the pain. So, yeah.
He had a lot of practice through lockdown and working on this with the RYA. So, yeah, he's definitely one to watch out for. He's beaten me every time I've raced against him.
Yeah, so it looks like we're not quite in sequence yet. So boats just look at there. Looks like Megan's just checking her kite's working.
Yeah, we've got about 6 minutes till the first start. And while we're waiting, I'll just run through quickly the format of today. So the final is going to be made up of 5 races. And to keep it fair, because these sailors do sail some of these boats, we've got 5 different boats. So we'll be switching boats between each race. So the first boat that you can see on the screen here while the competitors are getting ready is the J70. Next, Stu, they'll be coming in racing the 49er. So we'll get some tips from you in a minute. We've then got the Nacra. The 4th race will be in the laser, and then to finish we're going to be going to the Star. So the boats are getting slower towards the end. Hopefully that's going to make some more tactical racing for these sailors, and get a really close last race, which will be great to watch. I'd also like to highlight that we are in the virtual arena of Cowes near the Isle of Wight in the Solent. So one of the homes of sailing in this country. And there will be 2 discards. So only 3 out of the 5 races will count. So Stu, coming back to that 49er, have you got any tips for the sailors in that boat?
You would hope I know a thing about the 49er, but actually, whenever I race the 49er on VR racing, it's not always a good outcome. But yeah, they're a little bit different to these boats. The J70s, they're much wider tacking angles. Certainly, if you get ahead and get some clear space, it's often quite nice to control the race and sail away from the fleet. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. And then you mentioned the Star and the laser. I mean, certainly the Star in the final race, I think you said was. That's going to be interesting, because that is really difficult to get in the lead and stay in the lead, especially if you've got someone who's trying to beat you. Last race, going down the last run, it's going to be really hard to stay ahead of that. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see who performs in the different styles of boats and see if that translates to the real world.
No, it's going to be interesting to see. Just in your comment there saying that it doesn't quite go so well on your virtual arena in the 49er, how is everything going with your training and preparations for the postponed Olympics? Now we've got a sort of under it.
Things are going good at the minute. Obviously, the goalposts have moved a year, so the Olympics is now next year. So, yeah, we had a bit of a weird, strange time in lockdown, and resetting our goals and thinking about what the extra year means. But yeah, we're well on the way with training now. We've been out in Weymouth quite a bit as a Team GBR squad, working on some little goals there. And yeah, it's not going to be long until hopefully a few regattas start up. But having said that, the old COVID stats not looking great at the minute. So yeah, we're working away quietly and in Weymouth, and yeah, hopefully we'll be racing again soon.
Yeah, keeping things nice and focused on your training, and yeah, head down and focus towards what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
We've got 3 minutes until the start. So I'm just sort of wondering, we spoke through the boats there. Is there any particular tips that you could give the sailors here today that might help them get to the front of the fleet?
Well, I think the two discard on 5 races is quite an important factor for me. I think that lends itself to being quite aggressive in your style of racing. So maybe not being too afraid to go out to one side if you think it's going to pay, or be aggressive on the start line and really try and win an end. So I think we're going to see some really aggressive racing with people getting some low scores, but also getting it wrong and picking up big numbers. So there was a time when we played over lockdown where actually consistency with no discard was actually key. Happy to be in the top 5 every race, but I don't think that's going to win it today. So luckily we've got the best eSailors in the country, so they'll be looking. I'm sure they're only ever looking at winning races.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. It might be, it'd be really good if we can, talking to the cameraman here, if we could maybe just click through some of the top boats so we can see what they look like, help the audience see who we've got here today. So this is Gemcast. So that is, I just need to look this up. That is, I'd forgotten his name, Chichester Harbour. With then, if we have a look at Fish Face, that's Jonathan Fish. So he's ranked 12th.
Ironically, not got a fish face on his sail though. He's got the skull and crossbones.
Yeah, I thought he might have a fish on his boat, but maybe that's not an option in a virtual regatta. Who knows? If we go and have a look at Mike O'Donovan, he is ranked 2nd, as I mentioned, in the overview, and one of the clear favourites for today. If we go and have a look at the number 1 ranked Donny Gills, just so we can have a look at his boat setup. What's that on his sail? Is that a lion, do you think?
Yeah, it's looking like some sort of lion, isn't it? And the unicorn behind, is that
Yeah.
he's in the pink? Is that Izzy?
I think it might be Speedy_1, who is, if we just scroll down and find him.
Alistair Island.
Yes. So yeah, one of the clear favourites. That's the word I'm looking for. So it's 10 o'clock. I think we're almost ready to start. If someone can tell me whether we've got all the competitors, that would be fantastic.
Maybe someone had a few beers last night and struggling to make the start line.
So while we're just waiting a little bit longer, just want to highlight that we've got Adam Perry, who is the technical manager for the RYA in the racing department. He is doing the racing results today, and he is also our race officer, so starting the races for everyone. So as soon as we get that last person, we will be we'll be getting the racing started. Well, we've got a slight postponement, Stu. Have you got any interesting facts that you want to share with us about your campaign?
Interesting facts about our campaign. Oh, that's an interesting question. Oh God, very open. You put me on the spot now. What's an interesting fact? Yes, yeah, we probably do a lot more sailing in a lot of boats that people don't quite realise. Maybe although we don't sail the 49er every day, you know, Dylan and myself, we're always sailing something. So, you know, I'm going out on my Merlin Rocket this afternoon. Dylan was out in his Moth again after the Nationals just like the other day, and yeah, we actually quite value sailing all kinds of different boats as much as we can, and hopefully that all lends itself into the final product in the Olympics.
Do you think that adds to your sailing skills and your strengths by sailing a range of different boats rather than just the one?
Absolutely. I think each boat has its, you know, there's certain things you have to be good at to excel in that kind of boat. We'll see some examples today probably. And yeah, you certainly get good at that one skill. So for example, the Moth, you know, is very much a boat handling boat. So, you know, you have to really focus on that and yeah, get good at it, although I'm not got good at it yet. But that kind of, you know, then you take that kind of detailed looking at things like that into the 49er, and hopefully that makes that boat better. So yeah, I'm wondering if you know, people are waiting to watch this. Why don't we fire one off? Obviously, there's one missing, but we could, you know, there is 2 discards, and if you lay, you lose.
I think that's exactly the feeling we were getting to. So let's get into the starting procedure and start race 1.
Here we go. So 1 minute 10. For those viewers, you can see the start line there, the red line straight up the picture from the committee boat to the pin end. And we have, oh, I can't quite see the wind dial in the top left. Let's see what the shift is doing. But yeah, it's looking light and patchy, so it'll be interesting strategically in this one.
Looks like there might be a little bit more breeze on the right-hand side because the screen in that circle is a bit darker, where it's a bit lighter on the left, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. So yeah, 30 seconds now. The boats will be looking for the final run into the start. There's a few boats trying to win the pin and a few boats trying to win the starboard end.
Yeah, they're all very spread out.
Who do I like the look of here? They've all gone very close to the line. And they're off. Oh, it's a great start off the top end of the line there. The white boat, who's that? Is that Mazza? Or is that Adam? Could be Adam.
Looks Adam like the pin end is the favoured end though, with those boats coming out into the lead.
Yeah, so it looks like we've got Speedy One there off the pin end. Looks like he's took a bit of the bias there and actually early on to the left-hand shift. So he's looking really good there, crossing the fleet at the moment on port tack. And yeah, looking like there's a bit of breeze over his left shoulder. So yeah, very good start from him, and he'll be happy with that, with the fleet underneath him. You can see if you can see the white dotted line on the screen, that's what we call a ley line, which is when you're sailing the boat at its best angle. That's where the line to the windward mark is. So you can see it's moving around as the wind shifts. So as long as you're inside of that ley line, it's usually a good sign. And you can see there the wind must be coming right because the ley line's moving around to the left. But yeah, Speedy One still looking good.
Okay, so it seemed to be a very quick tack off the pin end, so probably a shift right quite early on there to set the fleet up where they are at the moment.
Yeah, so we got here Hugh Brayshaw tacked on, quite a nice tactic there, just underneath the ley line. So then at least if someone tacks on his wind and disturbs his wind, at least he's got options to do another tack up to the ley line. And there we go, Speedy One making it look easy. And he's away. Can he hold that lead down the run? It's tight in the pack.
Oh,
We've got a penalty on Phil Manning. Phil Manning's tacked onto port there at the windward mark, and he had about 4 or 5 chasing boats hit him on starboard. So he's got a small penalty there. Yeah, here we go, down the run. Skipper fire in a nice position to attack the 2 boats in front. Maybe jibe on top, take the wind, see how it goes.
Oh, bit of a covering there happening.
Yeah, covering. Actually, he's gone. He's just going down to the ley line, just trying to get around the course as quick as he can at the moment. Maybe get away from the fleet behind.
Catch up on those 2 guys that are covering each other and jibing a lot in front as well.
Exactly. Will there be a split at the bottom? I think so.
Oh.
I know, they all go on the right turn mark.
Does seem to be the favoured mark of the gate, looking at the that top left-hand aerial view.
Yeah, so it's in these slightly, relatively speaking, slower J70s where actually distance is really key. So if there is a bias on the mark, then you really got to get around it because it takes you so long to make that distance back. Whereas maybe in the next couple of races, the 49er and the Nacra, maybe there might be some different strategic decisions on, maybe getting into pressure a bit early or getting into the shift. So a bit less pressures of distance.
Speedy's really built up a lead there, hasn't he? 46 meters ahead? That's going to be difficult to lose at this stage, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that race is done for Speedy. This one is he's away, he's in control, he clearly knows what he's doing. I think the pack behind, the 3 or 4 behind, are a little bit away. What's interesting, I see Izzy Wiz doing really well up in 5th. She'll be looking to try and sneak a couple of places maybe on the last run, try and get in front of Skipper Fire, and try and lock in a nice 4th place for the series.
Yeah, that'd be great. She has got Deja Vu behind her though, so 2nd ranking in the country. So we'll see whether he's trying to get in front of her and play a bit of a downwind covering.
Here we go, tussling for position, making sure it's clear breeze. Yeah, like you say, Deja Vu in a really strong position there. He's got right of way if Izzy jibes. Izwiz jibes, sorry. He's gone.
He's jibed off.
Breeze. Must be some breeze on the inside.
She's going for it now as well. Oh, it looks like Deja Vu might have just squeezed in front of her now.
Yeah.
That early jibe into the breeze has paid off for him.
So we got Donny down in 11th, one of the regatta favourites. I'm not sure he's going to be too happy with his opening race scores. I'm not quite sure where he got down the fleet, but he'll be looking to hopefully discard this one and get in the medals for the next one.
Yeah, not quite in the groove, but hopefully he'll be able to pull it back for like the next 4 races. He's got 1 discard left now, really.
Oh, it's close to the finish. And it did look like Deja Vu sneaking that last place on the line from Izwiz. So he's done a great run there. And then, it's very close. Well, there's one thing for sure, it's definitely nice and tight. Lots of battles going on around the course, and every point really matters in this quality of fleet. So yeah, it's good to see.
I think that's everyone.
Looks like he got his mustard jacket in a twist at the struggling down the back. Well, I know that man, he'll be back stronger than ever. So there we have it. Speedy 1, race 1. ACF, who's ACF? That's the second.
ACF is Kevin Friends. He's 11th ranked, so I'm sure he'll be pleased with that result, considering the caliber of sailor we've got.
Yeah, and then Toby Bloomfield in 3rd, so that's going to be, I think your 1, 2s and 3s are really good results in this fleet. And anything other than that, I think you're going to be, to win the regatta, I think you're going to need top 3s in all these 3 races, so we'll see. My mate Adam McGovern from Hollywood Flake, middle of the fleet, he did say he was, he has been doing a little bit of practice, but he said these guys are all professionals. So he's happy to be racing.
Yeah, so I'm not sure he's that far off being a professional himself with the amount of practice that he's had. So we'll go and have a look at the next arena. So this is your boat, Stu. It'll be interesting to see if that affects any of the results and, you know, the sailing techniques of these e-sailors that we've got today.
Yeah, there's one thing I can recommend, and it's not to go and sail a 49er off of cows, because that would not be very nice. The tide and the waves and the chop. So, but yeah, obviously, virtual regatta is a little bit different because the bow stays out the water, so I'm sure they'll be all right. Yeah, so what's it going to take to win this race? I mean, I think we saw how important that start was in that race, getting onto the first shift, and yeah, Speedy really did that well. I think even more so important in the 49ers, quite wide tacking angles, like I say, so the tack and cross is often quite difficult. So it could be some different strategies going down for this race. We'll see.
And I'm just wondering, do we want to see whether we can get Alistair Island on the line, have a chat to him about that last race? It looks like he might be dialing in now. Alistair, how did you find that race?
It was great, but first I'd like to publicly apologise for giving Stu a penalty in the medal race of the Wilson Trophy. I need to get that off my chest.
Good lad, good lad.
Is that how you won that event, Alistair?
Yeah, I can't sleep at night thinking about it.
Yeah, we've done plenty of racing, all different kind of racing. The team racing, we did all sorts. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
So talk us through your strategy for that. Was it always the plan to win the pin end, or what were you seeing that made that decision?
Yeah, just when we were hanging around before the race, I saw the wind was kind of left most of the time. So, you know, it's a big line, and 2 discards means you can really pick an end and go for it. I was a bit lucky. Deja Vu was a bit early, pushed him over, which allowed me just to tack out nice and clear from the start.
Perfect. Sounds like you executed that plan to perfection. So any thoughts on the 49er? Is it going to be a similar thing? I guess you need to get in the arena and have a look. Yeah,
I need to get in and have a look. Not really sure. I've not been doing too much virtual regatta racing over the last few weeks, so I was quite surprised to win the pin in that one. But we'll see. It's really strong competition, obviously.
Yeah, cool. Well, good luck, mate. We'll see you in the arena.
Cheers. Thank you.
Right, I think we're heading in now. I'm not too sure how many of the sailors are ready to go. We are going to wait till everyone's in the arena. I'm just wondering if there's anyone else in the room for us to chat to about their previous race and maybe some of their tactics, if they want to share them before this race.
Who have we got?
Who have we got? Introduce yourself.
Stu.
Hello.
How are you?
How's it going? Good, thanks. How are you?
DJ Diss there, mate, with your headphones.
Didn't know you'd be springing the camera on me. This is pretty harsh.
Sorry, we're just waiting, and we thought we'd have a chat about your last race, your feelings on it, and whether you're going to make any changes for the next race in the 49er.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I think I was second to last in that one. So yeah,
we saw you off that starboard end, mate. Great start, really nice start, but it looks like the shift just went against you early on and couldn't quite get back to the group.
It did, exactly. Yeah, it was a bit done from the start. I think I had the most amount of penalties as well. I got 10 penalties in that, which is not great, obviously. So worked my way back to the back of the fleet, just solid. So I think in this one I'll put it together a bit more.
Yeah,
a bit more of a flyer.
For you to represent Musto, get on that podium and start making a move up the fleet. We'll see you out there.
Yeah, I'll give it my best.
Cool. So, I think we're still waiting to get into the arena. Seems to be a slight tech issue. So, Stu, just thinking about your questions. Yeah, you've got some more questions coming your way. I'm going to put you on the spot. Oh, he's back. Hello. How are you?
No, we can't hear him. We can just see him.
Maybe you should mind.
I'll unmute myself. There you go. What more can I tell you?
So do you want to give us a little bit of background and your real world sailing and the boats that you normally get out on?
Sure. I can help with a bit of filler while we go through these technical issues. Well, last weekend I was on the real waters of the Solent near Cowes, doing the double-handed nationals with a helm called Gareth, and we did pretty well in the end. We came second after Saturday and Sunday, 4 races. We got a couple of wins, which was quite good, on a boat we hadn't sailed before, which was quite a good achievement. So that was the last real race I had. That was a lot of fun, actually. I think finally having a bit of an adrenaline rush on the start line and getting close to boats. We had a little bit of a collision with a couple. It wasn't our fault, but you kind of play this game and you can sail right through people without any problems. It's not the case in real life.
Deposits.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so trading a bit of gel coat last weekend, and then through lockdown and stuff, just been racing around on RS 800, trying to learn how to helmet. Traditionally, I've been crewing, so these skiff boats are pretty tricky. Hats off to Stu and those who are doing it full time, because they make it look super easy. It's not, and it's not.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. So, Hugh, you think the excuse my lack of knowledge, but is the double-handed thing, has that always been, regattas in that, or is that kind of coming to light now that there's potentially a mixed double-handed keelboat in the Olympics? Is that a bit more?
It's always been. Yeah, it's always been a good event. There's always been a kind of particular prize within the Rourke offshore series and stuff for the first double-handed team. But yes, certainly seen a big increase since they kind of picked it as an Olympic medal, which is quite interesting. But that's kind of opened it up a bit, being a mixed team. I think stereotypically it's been been 2 men in a boat, so it's kind of opened up the sport a bit more, which is quite nice. Quite nice to see the boat designers are coming out with specific double-handed kind of orientated boats, which is quite cool. The fleet and the competition is getting bigger and better. So it's really cool to get involved in that.
Cool. And if you were sailing the Olympics tomorrow and you had to sail, who would you be your female partner? Put you on the
Loaded question. That'd have to be my better half, Mary.
Yeah, Mary. That's the reason I asked it, because she's such a good girl, and I'm sure she'd be perfect at that job.
Exactly. We've both done a solitaire de Figaro together, which is a pinnacle short-handed sailing, and she's had a good stab at the Olympics, so knows the system well. So who knows? We'll just get through this next Olympics for you, and we'll think about the next one.
Yeah, mate, fingers crossed that one happens. So yeah, hopefully. Right, Suze, how are we looking with the tech? Are we?
So we're working hard in the background.
Have a look at the results from race 1, can't we?
Pardon?
We could have a look at the results from race 1, maybe.
Yeah, we could get them up on the screen and just see where the standings are at the moment.
Maybe that might be another tech issue.
Oh no!
There we go. Perfect.
That one, fantastic. So there's Alistair Ireland at the front. So he was one of the clear favourites, and straight out there. Donny, we highlighted, came down in 11th. So he's got a bit of work to do there, hasn't he?
Yeah, a little bit of work to do. He won't be happy with that at all. Cavan, I'm sure he'll be happy with a second. I think you could win this regatta with counting the second, so that's a good result. And again, Toby, super happy to fill out that podium. I think the interesting ones are your 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, because they're, you string a couple of good results onto those results, and there's a chance, So yeah, Izzy, we saw Izzy have that great, well, not a great last run, but a great battle down the last run, just getting pipped on the line by Mike in Deja Vu. So yeah, those are the interesting results that you might be able to take forwards and put towards your series score.
Yeah, they're just on the edge, and you need that consistency, don't you, that you were mentioning earlier. Not quite so much, because we've got those discards that will come into play after a couple of more races. We've actually got Paul on the line, who came 7th in Bell Rock. It'd be great to have a quick chat with him. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Hi there. Very well, thank you. Hello from Miami. It's pitch black. It's coming up 5:30 in the morning here. So unfortunately, the broadband's really good. So hopefully no dropouts.
Fantastic. And how come you're in Miami?
Through work. I travel with work. So I arrived last night and I leave tonight. So it's a fleeting visit. But I do have a message to Stu from your London 2012 helm, Luke, Patience, who asked me to tell you that line on the sail is the line rampant, which obviously is the symbol of Scotland. So,
sorry, should have known that. Should have known that. Well, it wasn't a rose. I was looking for the rose. I was like, "Where's the rose?" Yeah. So, Paul, I hope you don't mind me saying, but you're used to these kind of games already. Like I did see a video in the week of you playing quite a technical game in. Looked like what was BA simulator session.
That's right. So I guess synthetics and simulation has always been part of my job, which is flying. So the only reason I took up the virtual regatta is because of lockdown and being stuck in hotel rooms in various parts of the room. So it's been a lifesaver. And all the guys have been organising events, especially in that early period where we really were, could not come to the water at all. So it was a great way of getting lots and lots of kind of racing tactical lessons learned with, staying dry in extremely short, sharp races where you can learn stuff really quickly. So I have no massive racing background, but in the last, 6 months, I've probably done more race starts than a pro racer would do in a lifetime. So
yeah, I completely agree with that, mate. Yeah, I mean, even someone that says as much as we do, as I do, sorry, just going through a decision-making process of, right, start line, right, what's the shift doing, what's the bias doing, and where's the fleet going, and is this a 3-race regatta, is this a 10-race regatta? It all makes the brain work, and yeah, I think we owe a lot to VR Inshore actually as sailors to actually make this such a great facility, really, to go out and enjoy sailing when we clearly couldn't sail early in the year. So yeah, it's been a
lifesaver. And then the scheme that the RYA did with the people that do VRI, where the sailing clubs could get a VIP login. So again, in that period, especially in March and April, when we were doing nothing with the club, most clubs had something going on in the background, and you could have a WhatsApp group going on with the banter and then sailing on the screen. So it's just a way for all the clubs to stay connected, which was, as a club, was a lifesaver. Really good.
Yeah,
really good to hear that, Paul. And obviously, you're the Commodore at St Andrews Sailing Club, so really coming from a heart of a sailing club within this country. So yeah, great. Thanks goes out to Virtual Regatta for our partnership there. Very much so. It looks like we've sorted out the technical issues and everyone's logging into the next arena. Paul, you might want to get yourself in there and get the feeling for the 49er. Thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah, good luck, mate.
Thank you.
We'll get started on the next race as soon as everybody's in. Got 11 of the 16 competitors in the arena now.
Yeah, so the arena's open. Everyone's joining. We've got someone checking the head-to-wind readings there at the committee boat.
It's pretty amazing with some of the people I've been chatting to about this game, about how realistic it actually is in terms of the shifts and the line bias, etc. Have you found that, Stu?
Yeah, definitely, and amazingly, it's interesting how, you know, the slower boats, how the tactics are completely relevant to slower boats in the real world, and again, the faster boats, you know, the same. So yeah, the game's fantastic, and yeah, the 49. It's going to be an interesting race. I think you can see again on the race course, there's some big patches of no wind and lots of wind. So the light and dark patches. So I think in these boats, you're going to really reward getting into the wind, getting the bow down, getting going quick. You know, and sailing fast into the next shift. So we'll see what happens. Looks like we've got 12 in the course now, waiting for 16, is it?
Yeah, 16 is our total. Obviously, we did start the last race with 15, so we potentially are going to be one sailor down. I'll wait for the guys in the background doing the results and the race officer to tell us when we've got everybody in the arena that we're expecting. Adam wants to talk to us. He's just sent us a message saying I can have a chat with you if you want. So let's get him on.
Hello, guys.
Here he is.
So I thought I'd come in and explain the delay. So there's a bit of an arena issue in the background. So we're just sorting it out, and we've just set up a separate private race. I know Virtual Regatta are working hard in the background to sort it out for the rest of the races. So sorry about that, but we're almost there with 14 out of 20. So just letting the last couple of guys log in. So sorry about that. Out of our control, unfortunately.
No worries.
But
More importantly, mate, how does that last race go?
Terrible, mate. It's shocker. I think I sort of started mid-line. I just went for average Adam, and that's what I got, mid-pack.
Oh, Adam, come on. We talked about that earlier on. You got 2 discards. One of them we've used now, actually, admittedly. So you need to get off that pin end or starboard end and tack aside.
Yeah, Adam, were you not listening to Stu when we were getting everyone ready? His top tip was to go bold. So
I know. I failed on that side. I didn't go. I think trying to look at the laptop and play on the phone, it's testing me. So it's somewhat of a challenge. But no, I think we used a different platform today with it being the final, and so there just seems to be some teething issues. But I think there's teething issues with my sailing as well. I did have a bike crash this week, so I'm blaming my poorly finger. It's not the finger that I use on the actual game, but I'll blame it anyway.
There we go, 14.
Here we go.
Getting there. Who's missing?
15. So we're just we'll give it one more minute, and then I'm just going to start it.
No, that's cool. Adam, have you got any thoughts on the 49er? Have you practiced much in this boat?
Not so much in this one. To be fair, the boat I practiced in the most with the last race, so I think it's going all downhill from there, actually. Right, but I think with 15 in this one, I'm just going to get it started and go from. Oh wait, no, hold on. We've just got a. I'm just going to go for the start there.
Let's go.
Well,
With that. Right, we're all ready. You can get rid of my face now because it's going to start concentrating.
There we go, into the starting procedure.
So we've got the same course as last time. Up to the top, down to the bottom, up to the top, and then through the finish. Looking light on the start line at the minute, really light.
Everyone's staying a bit further away this time. I guess that because they're going to want to hit the line at full speed in these boats.
Yeah, I think speed's going to be key in these. Be interested to see how Megan Pascoe gets on. I know she likes a good race around, very good tactician, and from a 2.4 racing. Good to see her get a good result in this one.
Yeah, being 2 times world champion in that boat is some achievement, and definitely a good tactician.
We shall see. Look, we've got similar groupings again. We've got a few boats down towards the pin looking to win that, and then a couple more at the starboard end. So it looks like my advice is filtering through. 5 seconds to go here. And they're off. Clear start.
Maybe Fish Face may have got a bit of a penalty off the line there. Alistair's done it again.
Speedy has locked into some tactics here. Off the pin end at pace, and he's done the thing that he really wanted to do. He's tacking across the fleet. Great start again.
Deja Vu seemed to have a much better start that time round as well. So he's hot on his heels.
Yeah, see Megan Pascoe, look at that. She's listening as well. She's right up to second and looking really strong there. I think she's out on the more towards the Port Leyland, is she? Is that Megan there? Yeah, there she is. Yeah. So a similar start to Speedy, just went a little bit further and hooked up into that left-hand pressure we can see on the race course.
Yeah, she's looking to go that way again, keeping out the light central.
Speedy is not rolling the dice here, but he's really got stuck in a bit of light winds in the middle there.
Yeah, it looks like Megan's quick tack up there is paying off. She's got herself into the lead.
I tell you what, I should be a coach. Just a little bit of encouragement to Megan there, and look at her off the way. Straight up to the first. Go on, Megan.
Where's Fish Face and Deja Vu? They seem to go up the other side of the course, didn't they?
Yeah, Fish Face there, just below. Again, 9.2 knots of wind, so really light patch there for him. But it looks like it's fairly light all over at the minute. This is going to be an interesting race to see if the wind fills in on the run, and yeah, all the breeze comes from behind and people come down with pressure.
Yeah, Deja Vu hooking up right into that Port ley line has kept him in the pressure a bit more. He's closing up quick, isn't he?
Yeah, it's close there. I think Megan's done a great job there. She tacked the course early on, really got into the wind and shifts, and then played a little bit safer towards the top and kept the manoeuvres down. So she's nailed that. And Speedy around in third, so he'd be happy with that as well. To this shifty race course back in the mix. I think I saw there a little bit of cheeky tactics there from Speedy. I think he just did a quick little luff on Fish Face going across the top. Stuck a penalty on him and then sailed off into the distance. So I'm not sure Fish Face is going to give him much space down this run.
He has snuck from fifth up to third doing that manoeuvre as well. Got inside of ACF.
There we go. There's Adam having a slightly better race. It's definitely in touch with the leaders in fifth place.
And he thought it was all going to go downhill.
Yeah, so you can see across the course, really patchy, light winds, big gusts. It's going to be really interesting. The thing with the 49er, they'll go a lot quicker with more breeze downwind.
Yeah.
So it really is a key for them to almost, the breeze is more important than the shift at the minute for these guys. So they'll be searching that out.
Have you seen what's
huge gains and losses?
They've had Deja Vu and Megan have had a proper driving match downwind. Deja Vu seems to have come out on top, and they've split in the gate. So it's going to be really interesting.
Deja Vu just did a beautiful mark rounding and went straight into attack with all the speed he had from the run and got into a really controlling position on the fleet. So that was very good sailing from him. Got Hugh Brayshaw showing up as third at the minute. Where's he then?
Oh, I think he's just to leeward of the.
Oh, look at that! Nipped out left and got in the breeze.
Didn't see him coming with that.
No, he came from nowhere. Go on, Hugh. So quite a nice position here for Hugh. He's kind of in the middle of the course. He's got options to go either side of the beat at the minute.
Seems to be where the most of the pressure is as well. It's still light, but there's a slightly darker patch on the screen there. So
looks like Megan's gone out towards that left-hand side again a little bit, looking for some breeze. Slightly down on the scorecard at the minute, but it'll only take a couple of knots more wind and a tiny little shift, and she'll be right back in there. It's not coming for her. It's not coming for her, unfortunately. She's having to duck.
Having to duck, and that puts Adam into a third place.
Nearly.
Oh, nearly.
Technically. Oh, Adam's just been slammed. Bill Manning.
Oh, and then he's having.
There's no love lost there between Delph and Hollingworth Flake. Yeah, look at that, Hugh. So second to last in the last race and winning this one. So he'll be
Speedy's
really come for an early hoist. So they've been able to hoist along this top reach, which means the wind is probably in the big right-hand phase. So we might see jibe set at the mark, or maybe not. No, the breeze is further on. And there's Speedy in the third position quite nicely. I'm sure he'll take that result, given his first result as a first. So he'll be hoping to hold on to that third. I'm sure Adam's going to try and give him some heat down this run.
Yeah, they're all heading out to the left-hand side and tapping into that breeze, aren't they?
Yeah, I think the interesting fight here is for the overall, for the win of the race. Really close. Deja vu. Bouncing Hugh in and out of pressure there on that side. Is there much bias on the finish line? Maybe a little bit of pin end, maybe. Oh, it's neck and neck.
Oh.
It's neck and neck. I think he's just got the control at the minute.
Oh, that's going to give him a little bit. Have they just split?
They've just split, yeah. I think deja vu. Ah, lovely. Well sailed, Hugh. Well protected down the last run. And yeah, Speedy did a good job holding on to third. Adam in fourth. ACF. Oh no.
Oh, that was so close between. Megan was up there for a second. Those that mid fleet was so close.
Yeah.
Like they all looked like plus 17. It was almost. They all finished at the same time.
Yeah. Look at that. So a few names up there that needed to be up there. Donny's got himself a fifth, so he'll be that's better than the first race, but still not in the chocolates for me, I don't think. So we'll see how it gets on in the next few races. Here we got Bell Rock. Who's Bell Rock?
Bell Rock is Paul that we were chatting to.
Ah, yeah, Paul. Must have been a problem with the simulator.
You would have thought he was would have been quite good with high-speed boats. He's a former RAF Tornado pilot. Did you know?
Wow, cool.
Pretty impressive.
So hopefully less of a delay for this race. Guys can get a quick drink and into the next one, which is in the Nacra 17 class. So again, going even faster than 49er. Oh, look there, straight into it.
Got 9 competitors.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Nacra 17 is in the Olympic class. It's a foiling boat. So these things are going to, well, probably not foil upwind, but they're going to get around the windward mark, put the spinnakers up and pop her up on the foils, doing really fast speeds downwind, probably 20 plus knots. So again, slightly different again from the first two classes we sailed, even faster.
So we've got 14 boats in the arena now. So not far off starting this third race.
There we go. So for the guys that have not been firing all cylinders, this is the race. You could discard 2 races. You could discard the last 2 races you've done if you want. But you know, if you've not been firing up there, you're going to have to do it in this race to have a chance of doing well in the regatta.
Just trying to work out who we're waiting for.
Yeah, we're 1 down, aren't we?
Yeah.
We've never seen TP 52, have we?
TP 52. He was in the first one.
I was in the first one.
I'm pretty sure he was, or maybe. Pretty sure he was. So he was the one that was going to be joining us from his van at his local surf spot. So maybe he had a good enough internet to be able to achieve that outcome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's TP 52. There he is. Yeah, he must have driven to the top of the hill.
Looks like we've got all 15 competitors in the arena now. So, Adam, when you're ready, it'll be great to go into sequence.
There we go. In the Nacra, my mate Ben Saxton, he'd have been flying in this race. He loves the VR racing. And he obviously loves his Nacra. Actually, maybe he don't love it so much at the minute. He loves his J70. He just So yeah, I wonder if anyone's going to challenge Speedy One to that pin end, or is he going to have it all his own way again? I know what my mate Dylan Fletcher will be doing.
Who are we on with at the moment?
Is that Belrock with his Scottish Dragon? Did he call it?
Oh yeah, I've learned something new today.
Oh, it looks like he's lined up that pin end. Nice.
He's going to try and get there before Speedy One.
9 seconds. 3.
Deja Vu's going for it.
1. Clear start.
Oh. Committee boat end seemed to put Belrock into the lead.
Yeah, Belrock, early tack.
Fleet looks like it's a little bit split, where we've got wind on the left and the right, and that light funnel going through the middle.
Yeah, interesting. Looks like Hugh's in the mix somewhere up there. Speedy One not quite so much, down in 8th at the moment. I think I like the look of Hugh at the minute. He's heading into pressure and a bit of shift there. Staying out of that hole in the middle.
So he has just dropped from 1st to 5th.
Oh.
Maybe he's gone a little bit too far.
So close though.
It's really close.
if you slightly go over the ley line in the Nacra, it's not too bad because you can just bear away a little bit, put the bow down, and the boat really increases in speed. So
got Deja Vu in on the port ley line there.
So you can see very, very hectic at the Women Mart. Everything's going quickly. Quick decisions are having to be made. And it's no surprises to see a couple of boats get penalties, including our regatta leader, Speedy 1.
That's going to be pushing him down the fleet.
Fish facing Jem Cast also picking up small penalties there. But out in front, we've got Deja Vu. Hugh and Adam hot on the heels.
This could be Speedy's working his way up. He was in 15th. He's now in 12th. This could really mix things up in the overall results.
Yeah, I think I like the look of that right turn at the bottom from Deja Vu, immediately sailing into more breeze. I would imagine he'll get into that breeze and then tack over and get back to the middle of the course and across the fleet.
Adam seemed to do a little hitch there to get himself clear air.
Yeah, he got himself some clear breeze. Looks like it's pain. Can he get to Hugh? No, he's going to tack underneath Hugh, so that's nice. Nice manoeuvre from Adam, keeping himself in the race. And there we go. Deja Vu now just tacked on Hugh Brayshaw. So maybe Adam's got options here to pop out underneath Hugh on this port ley line.
It's going to be close around this mark.
It's going to be very close. I think Adam's just about legally got a tack and cross on Hugh there without causing a collision.
Yeah, he seems to be
anyway. I don't think there's damage deposits in these fleets.
He's done it.
Old jibe set in for that breeze, for the pressure. Again, staying in the pressure on the foils. We've got Phil Manning again showing a good little result there in 4th, and Bell Rock just behind. Speedy up to 6th. Incredible comeback at the moment. Skipper Fire in the mix in 7th. Oh no, 8th. Mazza 7th. Oh, coming down this last run. These things sail so fast, it takes no time. Look at that. What's the boat speed there? Is that boat speed or wind speed? I think that might be wind speed, actually. 19 knots. Boom. Deja Vu, followed by Adam, was it? And then Hugh?
Yeah, Adam, then Hugh, then Phil, then Paul in Bell Rock. Speedy did well to, bring himself back up from the back of the fleet into 6th.
Nice. I wonder if there's a way we could get the results after those results have come through and just see what the overall leaderboard looks like. See who we're looking at now.
We'll give them a second. They need to have a little look, get it into the sail wave, and then they'll be able to get them on the screen.
Yeah.
Just scrolling down there. Donny, the current national champion, seems to be mid-fleet in these races.
Yeah, I remember racing Donny as Maradoni in lockdown. I'll tell you, he was a tactical genius. He was he was all over you like a rash, that man. You couldn't get away from him. You couldn't get onto him. He was fantastic.
Seems to be got the max boat speed there as well. 21.4 knots.
Oh yeah, look at that beauty.
But yeah, all about averages though. And the winner was the fastest boat overall with the highest average speed.
Yeah, look at that. Deja Vu not actually winning off the start, but soon, halfway up the beat, got into the lead and then never looked back.
Looks like in the middle of the fleet, there was quite a few battles going on. Do you think it'd be quite good to maybe have a chat with Adam there? He was saying how he thought his results were going to go downhill, and actually he's put himself to the front of the fleet. How are you feeling, Adam?
A bit happier after those last couple of races, especially that one. I seem to, well, if I'm being honest, I followed Mike mainly. I followed Deja Vu. It's back to my mirror days when I used to follow Stu.
Yeah,
just using that old tactic again, get in a good position, then follow the person that's better than you.
I think you were better than me back then, mate.
For about 2 weeks, then you started. Then you soon caught up. But no, we've got the laser next. I'm not sure. Stu knows I was always terrible in a laser. But we'll see how that goes.
The laser's quite new to this game, isn't it?
Yeah, the laser's been in for a couple of months now. And interestingly, last week they introduced a new fleet, the Barcelona 50. So I've not tried that one yet, but that's a whole new one altogether.
Yeah, I've certainly not done much racing in the laser, but it'd be interesting to see how it goes in this game. There we go. So the overall result for the minute.
And the first discards come into play. So Adam, you're fourth.
Oh, that could be a temporary thing because the laser I am shocking at, and then the star after that, my God, I'm terrible at.
I can't wait to see the star. I think we're going to get some really interesting results from the star. But look at that, Deja Vu, Mike O'Donovan, warming up in race 1, but then race 2 and 3, second and a first. So he's on 3 points with a discard. Hugh Brayshaw again made his way.
But he's tied with Speedy. It's only on
on comeback. Yeah, but he was ahead.
Got 4 points, so incredibly tight at the top.
Yeah, so 1 point in the top 3 boats, which is brilliant. It's going to be really close. And again, Adam and Cavan, 6 points and 8 points in 4th and 5th. They've actually got a little bit of a buffer, I'd say, there from the skipper fire in 6th. 3 points don't sound like much, but actually when such close racing and 2 discards, I'd say the nice little buffer there.
Just to jump in, guys, we've got some impatient racers waiting for us to press start. So if the other Adam's ready, I bet we're ready to go to the next race.
Let's go, mate.
Right, see you in there, Adam.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
So there we go. We were holding up the races there. Everyone's waiting for us. So yeah, I've not sailed these much on VR Race, so I'll be honest. So it's going to be interesting to watch myself, see how they get on.
Yeah, I've not raced this boat. Obviously, this boat is the boat that I used to race as a child growing up. Obviously the 4.7 rig rather than the full rig. So bringing back lots of memories for me.
What we do know about laser racing is it's always extremely close, and even a half boat length of, get your nose out half a boat length on the start line, that can make all the difference. So I'm sure they'll be tussling hard to get that best start they can.
Yeah, and as you've only got the one sail to focus on, it's going to be very tactical, this race.
There we go. They're all on the start line early, tussling for position. Looks like a fairly even line.
Who's that guy hanging out at the port end? Coming along. Doing an attack in the middle of the fleet.
Oh, there's a couple of boats that were OCS there and penalties on them, so they're not going to be happy with that.
Adam's won that pin end by the look of it.
Adam's away. Look at that off the pin end. So he's looking for something on the left there, maybe a small shift or a bit of pressure. Is that TP52 kind of mid-line, just tacked onto port?
Yeah.
That was a brilliant start out the middle of the line. And yeah, like I say, his laser super close, but that half boat length, he's now just crossed those boats and he's away. Can sail his own race from there.
He looks in a really good position. He's in definitely in the pressure on the course.
Yeah.
Seems to be building on that top right side, coming down the course.
Yeah, I think interesting result there is Deja Vu, our regatta leader at the moment, down in 9th. He'll not be wanting to carry that.
Yeah, Speedy's out in front of him.
Yeah, they're chasing back Adam and Hugh on the overalls. I mean, if results stay as they are now, they're going to be right back in the mix.
It looks like, oh, Adam just picked up a penalty for some reason. Not sure what he was getting up to there, but that's taking him right down the fleet.
It looks like he must have been trying to cross on port, and the starboard tacker is just, oh, he's got another, starboard tacker.
This is great.
TP52. There we go. Look how close that is in these lasers. I think this is a good warm-up. A good warm-up class for the stars in the final grand finale. Similar styles of downwind sailing, trying to get on each other's wind, trying to keep clear. And yeah, ultimate, try and sail the shortest distance you can to those leeward marks.
Deja Vu looks like he's working his way up the fleet here. He's now in 4th. He's a laser sailor himself in the real world of sailing, so to speak. So obviously bringing
his class. Is Wiz up there again? That's good. And Fish Face. There's Fish Face. Oh yeah, about to go around left turn.
Hugh's still up there.
So tight in the back.
It's really tight. I was going to say Speedy was dropping down the fleet there, but he's jumped back up to 9th. That's not looking good for his overall results at the moment.
So looking like TP52 is in control of this race from that brilliant start in the middle of the fleet. Hugh Brayshaw's got people breathing down his neck. Fish Face and Bell Rock. Donny's up there again. Is again not, up there, but not in the top 3. So he's going to try and looking to advance in this race if he can. Maybe opening up some risk here and there.
I didn't realise Hugh had a unicorn on his boat as well.
I think it must change from boat to boat. Depends what your design is. All I know is a sign of people that have been paying to play, so they've got credit somewhere to decorate the sails.
I do know that all the competitors are set up exactly the same for this event, so there's no advantage if you have been paying to race on this event. Everyone's got a level playing field, which is great.
That's perfect. Oh, quick double tap by Donny there at the women mat. Very lucky to get away with no penalty there.
Deja Vu has worked his way. Yeah, he's doing well. Back up into 2nd. He'll be pleased with that so far.
2nd? How did he do that? Where did that come from? We missed that. I have to try and catch up with him after the race. See how he did that on the 2nd beat. Completely missed that. Looking like he's trying to get on the wind of TP52 as well and slow him down.
Classic laser technique with that.
Yeah, nothing more annoying.
All the way.
Well, I think with the 2nd here for Deja Vu, I would imagine that means he can't finish outside the top 3 because I think his discard was only a 5th or something.
Yeah.
He's looking really strong going into the last race. And Hugh counting every one of those points after his bad first race.
Yeah, managed to just pit Bell Rock there to get into the top 3. So we'll be pleased with that.
ACF. Mazza.
He's,
down a bit.
yeah, almost at the finish line. Really close between him and 6th. What did he end up?
So I would imagine the fleet are going to want to get racing quickly with 2 discards. It's too much maths for me, so I reckon if
my brain does not work that fast either.
Adam down to 8th. That penalty really hit him hard in the first beat. Megan in 10th. That's good.
It might be worth, if we can, jumping across to have a quick chat with Hugh. I think he's probably one of the leaders here. Hi, Hugh.
Prepared for this time. Hi, how's it going?
Well, good. Seems to be going pretty well for you at the moment.
Yeah, after that first one, I was a bit worried, but pulled it back those last 3 nice and consistent. So maybe I can go a bit punchier on this last one.
Yeah, nice, mate.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm trying to.
If you race,
my maths are not as good as yours. So on the scores, I don't know who I'm racing against, but I'll be up there hopefully.
Have you raced the Star much, Hugh?
I went real star sailing for the first time this year in Garda, which was quite fun.
Yeah, what about VR racing, mate? VR regatta?
On this, it's brutal. You can go from first to last and last to first pretty quickly. So this is going to be interesting.
I've done a little bit, and it's horrible. I can tell you now, there'll just be a line of stars at the Women's Mart, all touching each other within half an inch of each other, ready for the run.
Yeah, so this should be exciting. Yeah, hopefully I can keep cool. It's going to get close.
Yeah, it looks like we're ready, Hugh. I think you should get in there and
do it.
Fire off.
See you later.
Good luck, mate.
Here we go. Final race.
Final race. From my maths, I think Deja Vu is looking really strong. Hugh is also up there. Speedy will be when the second discard drops in, but I think he needs a good top couple race. Who else had a couple of good results? Yeah, Adam McGovern did have a good couple, but he's dropped down that one. But who knows, with second discard, it's going to be close.
We always knew it was going to be close with the caliber of sailors that we had on or have competing today. So, yeah, exciting.
I quite like Hugh's mindset there going into the last race. He's got good 3 solid results now, and he's just going to really go all out in this race and try and win the race and see where that puts him at the end. But I would imagine that a little Deja Vu might have something to say about that. We'll see. 5 seconds to go.
Quite a bunch at the committee boat end here.
Oh, it's a light wind one as well.
Oh.
There's Phil Manning again. Lovely start, starboard end. You got Speedy one, obviously down the pin end, looking good, as he generally does.
So Stu, I've just got a bit of an overview of the results in the other races, and we currently have Deja Vu on 5 points.
Yep.
Followed by Hugh on 8 points.
Yep.
Followed by Speedy 1 on 10 points. Then Adam on 14 points. So yeah, really
all pretty close, and I'm sure that'll change quite a bit as well with the second discard. So we shall see. No surprises, Deja Vu sniffing out a lovely shift up this first beat.
Speedy seems to be out there.
Speedy back to his winning ways there on the out in the lead. and heading towards pressure in my eyes.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of pressure compared with the left as well.
Tacks over to cover the fleet. I think these guys... Yeah, when these guys get to the windward mark and go downwind, I've raced in these boats and it is horrible. It's like a wall of no wind. These mainsails are huge and they're impossible to get away with. And they pretty much go dead downwind. So any degree off pointing off the leeward mark is generally making you go further distance, and that's not good for racing. So really tricky running. Look at this boat. Spitfire on Port Leyland and a huge shift reaching in.
Oh yeah, Spitfire overshot that one a little way. Be interesting to see.
Get his nose in there. Really get his nose in there. There could be.
Ooh.
Oh, there's penalties. Phil Manning didn't give way to Skipperfire there, and yeah, he's picked up a penalty.
That's going to be painful.
I do remember that though, from racing in lockdown, that you get a few penalties that you didn't quite agree with, and there's nothing more frustrating.
Seems to be quite a few penalties that were coming in around that top mark. Not surprising with how close the fleet is. Yeah,
so look, Speedy's done this before. He's sailed straight away to get clear. Still trying to keep clear.
The top players are all up there. We've got Speedy in first, Hugh in third, Deja Vu in fourth.
Yeah, so I think did Hugh need to get up into the top two to have a chance and to beat Deja Vu?
So
overall,
Hugh's results or counting results are a first, a third and a fourth with 8 points. And then Deja Vu has got a second, a first and a second with 5 points. So
yeah, so I think Hugh needs to try and get in the lead here. Otherwise, Deja Vu would beat him even by finishing behind him in this race. But Deja Vu's just picked up a penalty on the leeward marks there. Looks like he hit the mark. That's going to be good news for Hugh.
And potentially for Speedy. Obviously, he's in. Oh, I thought he was. Oh, yeah, he is leading. So that if he stays in that position, he'll end up with a first and a third. So that'll put him straight back up there because he'll discard race 3 and 4.
Yeah, so that could be the overall win, could it?
It could be.
And who'd have thought it? Off that pin end, nice and aggressive. Never say never in this race, though. It's all going to come down to the wire in this last run.
I think Skipfire is enjoying this race, mixing it up a little bit, making it difficult for those leaders.
Yeah. And the racing for the Musto jacket, which has been sponsored by Musto for the prizes. So it's not just a bit of, bragging rights to your mates. You're actually racing for a really cool jacket. So I'm not sure if that'll be going through the heads, but it should be going down this last run. Again, Speedy, really, really adamant. He wants to get clear from that windward mark and clear wind.
Yeah, splitting off a little bit to be able to.
Yeah, look at this. We've got Deja Vu and Hugh having a right old tussle. Or is that Phil? So Speedy got 25 meters to play with at the minute, which is pretty good given there's a short distance to the line.
Just doing a little jibe to stay in that pressure that's down the centre of the course.
Yeah. It's like watching the Star Sailors League. What have we got then? We got a few people coming down. Look at that, really close between the second, third, and fourth. Hugh Brayshaw there, just up to the right. Just got his nose in front of Manning.
We've got Deja Vu coming in here.
Deja Vu coming in for a last-minute attack. Not sure he's going to get there. What we do know, though, is Speedy's going to win the race, which I think is, with 2 discards, going to be enough to win the regatta. Incredible race from Speedy when it matters.
Who's it going to be?
Skipperfire second. That might have been Deja Vu in third.
Oh, the results have come in so quick. I can't tell. Looks like actually Deja Vu got second there.
That was really close on the finish line, but not for Speedy. Speedy was out in front. What a great performance. He's absolutely dominated the pin end all day, and 3 times it's paid off for him. So well sailed. Let's get the final results when we can.
Oh, Skipfire snuck in there for the second place, putting Deja Vu in third. Looks like, yeah, Hugh lost out to Phil there. So that's going to push him down the results a little.
Didn't see Adam McGovern in that one either. He was also in the top few overall, wasn't he?
I think Adam, his first result was a little bit down the pack. Yeah, he had a 10th. So yeah, let's see what Adam is.
Yeah, let's see if we can get Speedy on the line and have a quick chat about his final race.
Hello.
Here he is. Well done, mate. You absolutely dominated that last race.
Yeah, gave everyone a bit of hope in the middle, I guess, with those terrible laser and Nacra results. But yeah, pin end has served me well today.
So you're probably a bit clear in your mind on the overalls. Do you think you've won it?
I think it's going to be a count back between myself and Deja Vu, but I think the trophy is going to Scotland regardless.
Oh, well done. Well, that was brilliant, mate. I mean, super cool to watch, super cool, aggressive sailing. And yeah, I tell you what, you'll be appreciating that jacket in Scotland when it gets up there, eh?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm sure we'll get the overall results in the next few minutes. So talk us through the strategy in that last one. Was it just head down and off the pin again, or?
Yeah, so I sailed my 2 discards and the laser and the Nacra. I was really down the tubes there, so decided just to pick an end and go for it, because in the star, just need to, if you can get away, you're fine. It's the middle that's the horrible place to be. So took a bit of a risk, won the pin, tacked over, and was able to kind of keep in the clear air, keep myself between the marks and the fleet, and it worked out in the end. Yeah,
I mean, and I watched you around those women marks every time, and really adamant you've got to keep clear breeze in these boats, and happy to push way off the side of the course just to keep clear wind. So
yeah, a lot of people like jibing around there because they think it's defending on the other side, but if you're in the front, just sail on if you can, because everyone else is going to be going the other way.
Yeah, mate, that looks like a bit of Mark III Wilson Trophy action. Just keep reaching along the top.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Well, we're doing it in real life next year.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. Well, that was absolutely awesome sailing, mate. Congratulations. Well, I say congratulations. We've not got the officials in yet, but we
on that note, too, it sounds like the results are ready, so we should get them up on the screen, and there we go.
There you go. Money.
There you go. Very, very happy with that. Saving the best of the last race there.
Yeah, awesome work. And Deja Vu, I mean, we've got to say well done to Mike as well. I mean, he was quite well down in a couple of races and fired through the fleet like he was not moving. So really good sailing from him. Well done, Mike.
I don't know whether Mike might be available to have a chat with after we finish up with Alistair. Alistair, is there anything you want to sort of say now you're confirmed?
Well, yeah, thank you for the RLA for organising it, Musto sponsoring, you guys giving your time on this Saturday morning. Well done to all the other competitors. And I look forward to racing with these guys in the Nations Cup now.
Yes, I have mentioned that, Alistair. So just for everyone's information, this event was a qualifier for the Nations Cup. So that is a worldwide event where all the nations that have run qualifiers will be competing against each other. I think there's about 15 nations competing, and the top 4 from this event are automatically in the Great Britain team. So that's going to be you, Alistair, Mike, Hugh, and Brian Davies from Skipify. That last result has jumped him up the results. So yeah, a bit of a surprise there, which is fantastic. And then there's 6 more places. So we send a team of 10 to the event. And they are going to be selected through the race committee and selection committee, and having a look at some of the results here today, as well as some other factors. Alistair, anything else to add? Because we've also got Mike on the line. That
bring Mike in. Bring Mike in.
Well done, Alistair.
Thank you. Well done, Mike.
Right.
That was great racing.
Cheers. Yeah, it was good. It was close.
Yeah, nice work, Mike. You got to talk us through some of those comebacks. I mean, what was the race where you just went from, was it lasers, from down deep to second? We completely missed that. How did you do that?
Yeah, I just banged right on that wind.
Right.
And then getting the right gate mark. There's quite a lot of bias at the gate on the first downwind. So making sure I got inside line for that. I fought pretty hard on the downwind for that. So yeah.
Yeah, nailed it. And yeah, showing some real awesome skills. And I'm sure you'll take that forward into this international competition. I know for a fact that's in the lineups in some of those boats, and there's some really, really world-class sailors in there. So make sure you go and fly the flag for the lads and lassies.
Yeah, we'll do.
Fantastic. Anything else, Mike, that you want to add?
Just a well done to Speedy. Some good racing. Have fun.
Yeah, thank you, Mike, and thanks for everyone organising.
Fantastic.
Well done, guys.
Right, guys. So, yeah, as I mentioned, this was a qualifier event for the Nations Cup. So keep an eye out for the dates for that event and the other countries that are involved. Stu, anything else to add before we wrap up the racing?
Just, I guess, yeah, well done to Izwiz for showing she's a top lady. Showing that she's worthy of being national champion. Yeah, and it's just great to see everyone racing so hard. And yeah, I'm sure we'll see much more of this virtual regatta racing over the winter when it gets cold and too cold to sail on the water. So well done, everyone.
On that note, there's also going to be another club championship, so a winter version of the spring club championship. So any clubs that are out there listening, keep an eye out for that also. And we'll get some qualifyings going on in the clubs and regional events, and then national events again over the winter months.
Perfect. Well done, Suze.
Lovely to chat to you, Stu.